PC. I think it's time to spill the beans.
Hey DuPage family and friends, it's Pastor C, and you know what time it is. It's time for your daily Lenten devotion. Come on DuPage, come on family, come on friends. It's time for us to spend 2 minutes together reminding ourselves that they're not like us, but we want to be more like him.
Good afternoon, DuPage family. It is Reverend Connie with today's devotion entitled, Make Room for Jesus. It is Holy Week. As a matter of fact, it is Holy Monday as we prepare to commemorate the final days of Jesus' earthly ministry. Let us reflect on the scripture found in Mark 11:17. And as he taught them, he said, "Is it not written, my house will be called a house of prayer for all nations?" In Mark 11, right after Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem, Jesus does something that is very bold. He enters the temple and clears it out. You see, what's interesting about this passage is that this was not the first time that Jesus had done this. You see, he had done it earlier in his ministry, and now he does it again. Why? Because the people had once again filled the temple with everything except for God. The temple, which is a place that is meant for prayer and communion with God, had become a marketplace which was cluttered with distractions, selfish ambitions, and greed. It was busy, loud, and filled with everything but worship. And here's what hits hard. Jesus is not like us. You see, we might walk into a mess and then try to justify it. We ignore the clutter, get comfortable with the chaos, and convince ourselves that it is fine. But not Jesus. You see, Jesus walked in and flipped the table. He drives out what doesn't belong. He makes room for what matters most, God's presence. So today, let me ask you, what do you need to remove to make room for Jesus? Is your heart filled with worry, pride, distractions, or perhaps it's the good things that are crowding out the best things? Let me say that again. Perhaps it's the good things, because it looks good to us, that are crowding out the best things. God cannot give us God's best because we're holding on to what we think is good. You see, Jesus doesn't just want to visit the temple of our heart. He wants to reign there. But first, we must get rid of the clutter. God is willing and waiting to clear out the clutter. All we have to do is ask. Let God or Jesus clear it out. Let him restore your heart into a house of prayer. This Holy Week, let's not just remember what Jesus did. Let's take action and respond. Let's make room for Jesus. As we reflect over God's passion and sacrifice this Holy Week, let us ask God to search our hearts, to show us what needs to be removed. God, please remove every distraction, every idol, every burden that keeps us from you. We need to ask God to cleanse us like he cleans the temple and make our hearts a true place of worship. Help us to make room for Jesus, not just in this moment, but every day. Be Lord over every area of our lives. And that is how we make room for Jesus. Enjoy the rest of your week.